Hey, hi guys. So today we will discuss about the Docker run and multiple commands that we can use basically or that can be useful while handling the Dockers and containers. Okay. And so initially we will start with how we can run a Docker, how we can basically stop a Docker, how we can remove a Docker. And let's say we want to remove all the Dockers using a single command, how we can do that, and how we can check the logs also, and few more related commands we will see. Okay. And we'll see like more properties of Dockers. And the moment we run the Docker, we see few components, what exactly those components are. Okay. So let's start with the very first line. Okay. So let me, first of all, in the last class, we had the discussion how we can pull a Docker from the Docker hub, right? So now let us create a Docker first of all. So let us verify first of all, do we have a Docker available or not? So Docker ps enter. So right now we cannot see any Docker running. There is one more command, Docker ps hyphen a, right? Now, what is the main difference between these two commands? I'll discuss, but in general, I'll show you even the output, right? Docker PS is something where it will only show you the running Dockers. But if you want to see all of your Dockers, let's say you do have few Dockers in the running state and few are in the exited state. So what we can do, we can run Docker ps-a. So Docker ps-a will show you all the running and stop Dockers, right? So using this command, you can verify all of your Dockers. Okay. Now let us run a Docker. Docker container run hyphen publish. Now, the port numbers basically. So let's say what I want here, I want port number 8080 for the use, external use basically, and 80 for the internal use. So right now, what we are using, we want to use a Nginx server. Okay. So let's enter. So it will just check the name, right? It will check, okay, do I have this server available on the Docker Hub or not? So yes, it will be there and it will publish that. Enter. And yeah, it is started, right? So now let's do one thing. Let's open the browser and just verify this is working or not. Okay. 8080. So this port number we were using, and now you see we are able to see. And also, you see, now we see the logs also. If I again refresh this one, I will get more logs. You see, let me do a refresh 3 to 4 times. We see multiple logs, right? Now, the issue is this is a live running container, right? It means whatever I will run here, whatever I will do here, it will show the logs here. But if I cancel this one, what will happen here? This will stop the services. So here it is available. Docker PS, I'll show you here. Docker PS, you see, we don't have that available. Docker, and yeah, you see, I can use Docker PS-a to see the stop Dockers, right? You see, so that was only up and running. The moment I will exit from this mode, right, what it will do, it will also stop the Docker. Now, I want to execute the Docker, but I don't want these things. I don't want the logs on the screen and these things right in the console. So what I can do, I can say Docker. So same command we can run, but what we can do, we can use detach. So I can say hyphen D, or you can also run hyphen detach, right? And space. But there's issue. What we are doing right now, we are trying to use the same port numbers, right? We can use actually those are free. Enter. Now this is running. So you see the moment we run a Docker, now this is running in the basically in the background page, we can say, right? Not on the console right now. So this is the ID for this one, Docker ps-a. So now this is up and running with this image, right? So you see now that is up and running. That is not on the console right now, correct? Let's go here. Let's re-verify, refresh the browser, and yes, it is available right now, right? Cool. So next, what we can say, let's say, okay, few more things. So now let me run Docker ps-a, right? Assume I want to verify the logs now. So let's say I'll access or there are some logs or any errors or something. Now I want to see those logs. How we can do that? Docker logs, and then what you can do, you can use this container ID, or you can use also this name, right? So let me put this ID. And one more thing, no need to use the complete ID. What you can do, you can just use a unique name also. So right now I can see both are very unique. If I even use E, it will show me all the logs. You see, this is how we can see all the logs. And even using the name also. Oh, I missed one single. Yeah. So name has to be very specific, right? Docker ps-a. So this is how we can verify the logs also, whatever is running in the background, right? Okay, cool. One more thing. Right now we can see a random name. So what happens actually, these name has to be very unique. Okay, we can't have the same name. And the moment we run the Dockers, they will basically have a dynamic name. Okay. So now let's say now we want to have a not random name. I want to have a customized name. How we can do that? So what I can do, I can just type here hyphen name. Let's say CNC web portal, enter, right? Now, the moment I will press enter, this time it will not take a random name. It will take this CNC web, but there's an issue. What? This port number is already in use. If I try to enter here, right, what it will do, it will say the port number is already in use. So you see, right now that port number is already allocated to the process, to other process. We have to change this port number. Let me say 8081. Okay, what that is saying, oh, that is already in use. Let's see, Docker ps-a. Oh, it was created that time, right? But it failed actually. So we need to change the name. Let's change. So you see, even the Docker name has to be very unique, right? So this Docker name has to be unique. So let's say CNC Web 1. And now that is up and running, Docker PS. So you see, now that is up and running with the name CNC Web and with a different port number, right? Now we can access again using 80181. Let's go here. I'll just change the port number to 1. And you see that service is available and up and running, right? This is how we can see Docker ps-a. Now, assume I want to delete these Dockers. How we can do that? The very first way, Docker remove and put your ID. Let's say 8E, E8, C8, and 20. Now, the moment we will run this command, it will definitely remove but few of the Dockers. Why? Because right now, the Dockers are in the exited state. Yes, it will be able to delete, but not these running Dockers, right? So you see, right now, these two Dockers are in the running state, so this will not be able to delete. And this is a safe side, actually. Let's say a few Dockers are running, and just for the safe side, we don't want, like, if someone run the Docker remove and by mistake, if someone put the ID, right? So if that is up and running, so it should not be deleted, right? So that's why we have this one. But if let's say you really want to delete all the Dockers, even those up and running Dockers, so what you can do, you can just use, so let me remove the other name. So how many Dockers we do have? 20, and we do have 8F, E8, yeah. You can just say hyphen F is a force, basically. Enter. What it will do then? It will stop in the background, it will delete and find. And now if we will see Docker ps hyphen A and we see everything is cleaned up, right? So this is how we can basically use these things. Okay. Now, a few more things. So let me run the Dockers again, right? Then I can show you a few more things. Docker web, let me change the port number also. 80. Let me run one more. 2, use with 80. Let me run 3. I need to change the port number. Yes, definitely I need to change. 8888. Oh, that took actually that name, right? 4, enter. So Docker ps-a. Awesome. Let me stop few of the Dockers. Docker stop, let's say, I'll stop this one, let's say. Okay. Docker ps-a. Now, so right now, 1, 2, 3, 3 Dockers are up and running. I want to, first of all, stop all the Dockers. Okay. So definitely we can do that. Okay. So let us stop all the Dockers. Docker stop. 9B, and F8, DA. It will stop. Docker, PS, hyphen A. I can see all these things. Perfect. Now, what we can do, we can start all these Dockers again. Let me remove this one, or let us remove everything using a single command. We can also do that. Okay. How we can do that? Now, so you can run Docker PS, Docker remove, dollar. Now, there will be an input that we can use actually. Okay. Close your brackets. Docker PS hyphen A hyphen Q you can use to basically use a container ID. Close the bracket. So what it will do, it will actually pick all of your Dockers IDs. It will pick using this one. It will pick the ID, and then it will pick the ID, and it will run the same command for all those Dockers. Enter. So you see, this is how all the Dockers you can remove using a single command. So here it will pick the information one by one, the Docker container IDs, and then it will basically remove all of your Dockers. So this is how you can remove even your Dockers using a single command. Okay. And let's say you want to start all of the Dockers. Oh, right now these are removed. We can also start the Dockers. These are removed. Okay. So let me quickly run two Dockers. Okay. And then I'll show you if those are stopped, how we can do that. And yeah, we can also stop Docker stop dollar Docker PS hyphen A hyphen Q. This will also stop the same thing. So basically what we are doing, this is the ID where it will pick all of your container IDs, and whatever you want to perform, you can just run your command, put your command, and then execute with this information. It will automatically pick your information and will delete it. Let's say now I want to start this one. You can also start with this one. So you see, using a single command, all these Dockers are up and running, and we can see the information, right? So this is how we can run these Dockers, right? So we know now how to run a Docker, right? How to run on the console even, how to run in the background. And if I want to see all of the Dockers are in the running state, are in the exited state, right? We can run a Docker PS-A. Docker stop we can run to stop specific Docker or multiple Dockers also by basically following the container IDs, right? Docker remove we can do again by following the container IDs. Docker remove hyphen F we can use to basically forcefully remove the running Dockers, right? And Docker logs also we can see. One more thing. So these are up and running. Docker logs 000. So it will show you only the logs. But let's say I want to see the running logs. So what you can do, put your name, put your ID, container ID, and just put hyphen hyphen follow. Now you see, now all the logs will be there in the console. Let's say I'll go here, I'll refresh this page, I'll come here. Okay, the ID is different. So let me just re-verify. We are using 8080. Okay, that's why we don't see the logs. Let's run for 8080. We do not see the logs. Let's see why. This is 8080, all good. We should get the logs. Let's see. Docker ps-a, Docker logs 4 times 0. This is okay, right? And hyphen hyphen follow. This is okay. Now let me, I think this is okay. Let me do one thing. Let's go here. You see, now we can see the logs, right? So that was basically not refreshing the page. Now we can see the logs. So this is how now whatever will happen on the UI or on your services, you can see the logs continuously. But now you see there are too many logs. Let's say I want to see only last 10 logs. So what you can do? Let's say I want to see only last 10 logs. You can say hyphen hyphen tail 10. It will only show you the last 10 lines. Let's say I want to also see the running logs, but only last 10 lines, right? So these are 10 lines. Now let me go here to the web browser. Let me refresh this one. Not sure this is refreshed or not. Let me just copy, go here. And yeah, this is refreshed, right? So it will only show you the last 10 logs. What we are doing, we are capturing 8080, right? Just cross check. Yeah, we are okay. Maybe that page is not refreshing, but yes, what you can do, you can use this one hyphen tail 10 lines and a hyphen follow you can use. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, okay. The logs basically, yeah, we have only these logs. Maybe that's why that is not refreshing because that's a static page and we have the information in the cache and that's why this is picking from the cache only. Okay, but yeah, this is how you can use to follow the logs and by using the specific statement of the lines. This is how you can do that. And also, what you can do, you can move your logs to a specific file. Let's say I do have these logs available. I want to get these logs into a specific file. So what you can do, redirect to a specific file. Let's say logs, enter. And now cat logs. You see, all those logs are available inside my file. So this is how you can capture the logs also. And also one more thing, what we can do here, we can also verify what other services are running inside my Docker, right? What the process we are running. Docker ps-a, okay. So Docker top, you can just put your ID. So right now, this Docker is having these three processes running. So one we can see master process, yes, that has a master process Nginx, right? We have two worker processes, right? So this is how we can see these information, right? Okay, so I'll just note down here what exactly um we have done today. I'll just note down all the commands. Okay, so initially we started with I. So I'll just note down here Docker ps and Docker ps-a. Docker remove we have seen. Docker remove hyphen F also we have seen. Docker stop we have seen with multiple container IDs, right? Docker stop and with dollar Docker ps hyphen a hyphen q is basically to get the container IDs, right? And this is how we can use for the remove also. For the dollar Docker ps hyphen a hyphen q to get the ID and then enter. This is q. This is how you can use, right? And how to get the logs, Docker logs, and then you can put your container ID, Docker logs, put the container ID. If you want to follow, you can have the follow keyword, right? Let's say Docker logs, your ID, and then you want only last 10 lines. You can say hyphen tail, and then 10. And parallelly, you can run definitely Docker logs, your container ID, hyphen follow, hyphen tail 10. You can run this one also. And what else we did today? Mm, Docker logs. And then basically you can redirect to a directory also, to a file also. Let's say ABC. It will collect all these logs. Docker container top, and then you can verify the service is running inside the process running inside your Docker, right? And name also, how we can change the name. So Docker container run hyphen publish. So your ports basically, first of all, external, internal, and then you can just put, let's say, I have a Docker, let's say Nginx, right? I want to change the name also. So by default, it will take the default name, right? Random name basically. Container run hyphen publish. Now you can put here name and then let's say CNC, and then you can say your service Nginx. So this is how you can use these things. So all these commands we have done today. Okay, so let's wind up here. In the next session, in the next video, we will see a few more things inside these things, how we can use more beyond these things, right? These are just run, stop, logs, and remove, right? Next, we will see a few more things. Thank you. Bye, guys.